So the TV landscape has evolved a ton, and it's no longer just a monolith. TV means so many different things. It's not just the entry point, but it's also the destination of where you're watching. And I think that's a really exciting opportunity for us because Xumo starts to aggregate and integrate all those different experiences in one place. And so we make it really easy for different advertisers to navigate, whether you're watching streaming on VOD, you're watching linear, or you're watching fast. To a consumer, they don't really know the differences between those things. And for advertisers, they shouldn't care either. They just want to be able to reach engaged viewers, and we make it possible for them to do that.
So how does fast fit into that?
So fast, I think, has actually been around a lot longer than people really think. So the distribution model is just like cable syndication. The only difference is that it's happening online. And so what we're doing is we're taking a lot of rich content and making it accessible on streaming platforms versus just on cable. And so even though it's got a little a glow up, a new name, it's the still the traditional way that people love to consume content. And I think Fast has made more content more accessible to people and really introduced shows that people maybe have forgotten about or didn't really understand and bring new life to those series.
So, Ying, as you bring new life to those experiences, I'm really fascinated with the way that the home screen is often overlooked, right? But it's really streaming's most valuable real estate, particularly for advertising. Can you double click into how Xumo is leveraging that space and how you're using advanced technology to evolve ad integration without interrupting that viewer's journey, especially at that point of discovery?
Yeah, so I don't think it's overlooked. I think it's a little bit underutilized. The advertisers really know that it is premium real estate, but the opportunities to integrate your brand have been more limited. And so, in the beginning, home screen really was a place for endemic advertisers, so content owners to promote their content to viewers. Now we're starting to see more non-endemic advertisers, more general market advertisers bring their brands on the home screen too. But for us, it's really important to make sure that viewer experience and advertiser experience work together. And it's not something that, that feels unnatural to the viewer. So what we've done is we've really leaned into kind of collection hubs, especially for sports, entertainment, different content. And we'll work with advertisers to figure out how to bring their message seamlessly into that experience. For example, we did this through the Olympics recently and create a really immersive experience that tied the home screen to the collections page and then show the advertiser ad also in the content. So it's not just kind of one stop and you forget about the ad. It's a really connected experience.
So yeah, I'd like to really dive in a bit more into that idea of discovery and the way advertisers are still trying to figure out how to navigate CTV, FAST, and other streaming environments. How does improving discovery and engagement in FAST ultimately translate into clearer value and performance for advertisers?
Yes. I mean, we're sort of, in the golden age of television, like reborn. There's so many options, but actually it takes viewers a lot of time to find that content. And so an important role of a platform like ours is to make discovery very easy and seamless and really break down the walls of how people think of content. Instead of thinking about it by network or channel, they can start to think about it by the actor or the performer or the director. And what we do is we can use metadata signals across our content paired with AI to help discovery on along whatever dimension people want. And so again, you don't have to remember what channel is on, what app it's on. If you want, 30-minute rom-coms under 2 hours, we can bring that to you too. So it really creates a different way for people to discover content.
So we're in a maybe permanently fragmented consumer experience world, particularly when it comes to CTV and streaming. Wanted to know what Zumo's strategic value proposition for advertisers looking to help smooth out that fragmentation and complexity.
What we believe that is if we can solve for the consumer experience first, then we will naturally solve for the advertiser experience. By putting together content that really works together, we can weave the advertiser in directly with the stories, but also show the impact with the in-stream advertising too. So that's really kind of, what Xumo was built to do first and foremost, not necessarily as an advertising platform, but a consumer first platform. And that's give us unlimited opportunities to actually bring that to advertisers who want a more immersive experience and also be around the moments that matter.